It's an exciting week around high school athletics in St. Louis. And first on the recruiting front, big news. Aijha Blackwell, one of the top girls basketball players in the United States from right here in St. Louis, from Whitfield School, she gave a verbal commitment to the University of Missouri, her in-state school. Aijha averaged 24 points a game and led Whitfield to the Class 3 third place finish last year. She's a tremendous talent and a big get for Coach Robin Pinkton's program. Aijha also represented the USA basketball, winning a gold medal this summer. A tremendous talent and a tremendous recruiting coup for the Missouri Tigers. On football, Caleb Roberson, a very talented defensive back from Cardinal Ritter College Prep, he committed to Wyoming University this week as well. Wyoming also has a young man from Belleville Altoff, C.J. Colden, who's doing pretty good work for the Cowboys. And Caleb Roberson, another talented player from St. Louis, is headed to Laramie. Now football. It's a big time. It's a playoffs have started. It was a very exciting regular season, but now we have the playoffs start with district tournaments going on both sides of the river. A couple of storylines to follow. First, of course, the CBC cadets. They've been head and shoulders above everybody in Class 6 and in the state for that matter. They won the state championship last year, and they look like the prohibitive favorite to repeat as state champions. They're going to be tough to beat. In Class 3, the Trinity Titans are a powerhouse club. They moved up from Class 2, and after losing a couple of games to national ranked teams, they've been steamrolling the competition. They look very strong. But also in Class 3 as well, Cardinal Ritter College Prep. They're undefeated, very talented, and these two teams are on a collision course, possibly to meet in the state championship game, the way the brackets are set up. Although many teams around the state will have something to say about that, but that would be great if you can see Trinity and Ritter meet in Columbia for the state championship. Stay tuned on that one. In Class 2, Lutheran North, another powerhouse small school team. They got to the semifinals last year, losing to that dynasty from Lamar 7-6 in a great game last year in the semifinals. They could possibly meet once again this time in the state championship game. Jefferson City Blair Oaks, also in Class 2, is a very good team as well. But Lutheran North looking very strong as they're #1 seed in their particular district. And in Class 4, Ladue, one of the 3 teams in St. Louis who were undefeated during the regular season, they made it to the Class 4 Show Me Bowl. Can they make another run to the Show Me Bowl this year in Class 4? They're very good. Of course, Webb City is a team that's always the state champion to look at, and they won it last year as well. So it's a kind of a look at some of the storylines in the upcoming playoffs. And if you want to continue to follow the playoffs and the great athletes, remember to give me a follow on Twitter at Earl Austin Jr., hashtag Earl Time Update. Time for those St. Louis American shout-outs. First, we'll have a very good football team across the river. The Madison Trojans, they finished the regular season at 8-1 and qualified for the state playoffs in the state of Illinois. And it's a great story because Madison was a very good program in the 1980s and dropped football in 1987. And they brought it back last year after 30 years, 30-year hiatus. Had a good season last year, but now this year, looking very good at 8-1, looking to do some damage in the state playoffs as well. The Lutheran North volleyball team, congratulations to the Crusaders. They won the Class 2 District 5 championship last night at Crossroads, defeating the host Crossroads Current in 2 very competitive games. Lutheran North is now a repeat district champion, and they head on to sectional play this weekend at Lindenwood University. And congratulations to the 3 teams that went through the regular season undefeated in high school football. The aforementioned Ladue Rams and Cardinal Ritter College Prep Lions, and also the Highland Bulldogs. All 3 teams enter the postseason at 9-0, looking to make big postseason runs. Good luck to those 3 teams. Now a couple of real good players who had great weekends. First, from East St. Louis, junior running back DeMonte Weatherspoon. He rushed for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 71-28 victory over Alton in Southwestern Conference play last week. Sophomore Roddy Alexander from Christian O'Fallon, 229 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns in a victory over Father Tolton Catholic. And finally, Dominic Lovett, sophomore from Belleville West High School, 5 receptions for 165 yards and 5 touchdowns in their victory over the big rival Belleville East in the city rivalry game last week. So congratulations to those young men on outstanding performances. Well, that wraps up another edition of the St. Louis American Sports Break. But remember, you can follow us every Thursday in the St. Louis America or online at stlamerican.com.